Alright guys, we're back. It's James' show as normal. And we're back with Final Fantasy HD Remastered. Part 11. This is for, alright, so last time we got to the Blitzball tournament. I remember beating it. I never once beat it that easy. We saved Yuna from, some, albeit the kidnapper. All type of things happen. We got a new character in Aaron. We got all type of crazy things going on in the story right now. We just got to the Meehan High Road and it is time to move along. So I did a little grounding off screen. So looking at statuses, their stats are just a bit higher with a little bit of everything. Something I do want to note is the things about Aaron, our newest character. Every bracer you see will be his item. That's his defensive item. So, as we got that, let's go for Spear Grid. So, I did take the liberty of going all the way through with Lulu, and I did get her first fire spell. I don't really want to go too far with her, because I don't want to get her like super powerful, but I'm probably going to wind up doing it, because she's going to be in my main party for the most part of the early game. I'll try to use everybody and switch them in, but for the most part I kind of stick to like 3 people, and I try to give everybody like multiple jobs instead of like everybody, oh, you kill this enemy, oh, you switch out, because switching out really drives me crazy. So these are her second spells. There are 3 levels of spells in the game, and these are really good to have. As like I say before the new boss fight, I do recommend you getting that getting fire up. With that being said, let's continue. So the Meehan is just very simple. You just run across. If you want to avoid a very long, if you want to avoid a cutscene, just talk to make it on your own. Titus really still can't hit that thing too well. I just try anyway, like I say. So, bam, let him whack that, and Aaron whacks this one. Aaron did get a power up, one power up, and as you can see, his health went up about 600 points, so I'm gonna take walkout. We're gonna bring in Lulu. I told you I'm trying to use Arn in this game a lot better. I'll show you what fire it does and how much damage it does.
Need a light?
It is very powerful. 1300. That's more than twice of what she was doing with the regular fire attack. It is brutal and it gets really strong really fast. So I can tell you now. Talk to Meehan.
This is a statue of Lord Meehan. 8 centuries ago, he founded a legion known today as the Crusaders. In just a few short years after their founding, their ranks grew throughout Spira. The Maesters of Yevon feared an uprising and accused them of rebellion. So Lord Meehan walked along this very road to go face their charges and refute them. He succeeded in winning the Maester's trust, and his legion became an arm of the Yevon clergy. It was then that Yevon gave them the name Crusaders, which they have kept ever since. And the rest is history.
If you ever want to know something about this game or the story, talk to Meehan there. He is the oldest character I've ever seen in this game, I believe. He's a scholar, so he knows just about everything possible about this game. And I can tell you, if you ever want to, he may help with pieces of the story, so it's pretty cool.
Do you know what those ruins are from?
Some old city?
Correct. A city most ancient. A terrible testament to sin's power. I tremble every time I see them. Compared to sin, humans are mere mud puppies.
But I believe humans are the only ones capable of defeating sin.
A good reply. I am relieved to hear you say that, milady Summoner.
Huh?
Where are my manners? I am matron, a scholar, at your service, milady.
I thought it was
I am on
Meehan.
a journey, studying the history of our world, Spira, seeking its stories and secrets. My travels have taken me to many places, and I am troubled by what I have seen. Fragile smiles on people's faces, crumbling at the mere mention of sin. They are counting on you, milady. Give them a reason to rejoice once more.
I will.
Alright, so like I said, Matron. I thought it was Meehan, but it's Matron. So again, this is another one of these crazy battles that get ambushed. Like I say, ambushing sucks. It sucks because these enemies can wreck you sometimes because of how strong they are. Sorry, it's a little late. Kind of just a bit tired. Not too much. Recording pretty late. I don't really need to use her aid. I don't really need to use fire much because you can overkill it with that.
Farewell.
And if you do that, even Arn sometimes can hit those odds if you get lucky. His accuracy is terrible, but sometimes he can hit them. If you go over here, you will see a chest. This is always an ice brand that is really good against fire enemies. That is a weapon for Titus. It is always really good. Now, remember when I told you should probably see these people? Every time you see these people walking by you on the Meehan, you can probably get free items.
Lady Summoner, I presume.
Yes, I am Yuna.
I am Lucille, captain of the Jose Chocobo Knights.
And I'm Alma. We've been charged to guard the high road.
There have been reports of a large fiend appearing in this area with a taste for chocobos. Do take care, Summoner Yuna, if you are to rent any chocobos.
Thank you. We will be careful.
Good. We should get back to our rounds. Farewell.
Our prayers are with you.
The guy that's riding
A large
crazily.
fiend. Let's go get him.
Why?
It's the right thing to do.
It's the right thing to do.
What'd I say now?
Jecht said that a lot too. And every time he said it, it meant trouble for Braska and me.
Well, like I said, talk to this lady here. See, she gives you a hunter spear. That is for Waka. Waka, I mean, what's my man name? Kimari. So when you go over here, if you can see, this is very missable. That lady there, you want to talk to her. So remember when I told you about those enemies that drop ability spears? This big enemy here, the dual horn, is the enemy that drops it.
Oh yeah!
I did battle a few of these before. Look how much damage that fire can do to this thing. That's more than that's almost half its health. Like I told you, she can hit like when she gets going. Lulu can hit like a truck, and she can overkill it with that now. Meaning I can get 2 ability spears at a time. Meaning I don't need extract ability, but like I say, if you can get that ability easier before I got it, normally I'll have it before then, but that's probably the best time to get it. You don't really need to worry about it, but that is if you are wondering, that is the enemy that gives it to you. This lady here, you want to talk to her.
Ah, a summoner party. You too are a summoner?
My name is Belgamine. You are?
My name is Yuna.
Ah, the High Summoner's daughter. I've heard much of you. But you are still fresh on the road, are you not?
Yes, I am.
I might have a few things to teach you.
Hmm?
Let us see which are stronger. My Aeons or yours. A one-on-one match. Not to the death, of course. What do you say?
Now you can choose not to fight her. She's an optional battle, but I do recommend fighting her every time. It's just really good for the Aeons. She is voiced by one of my favorite actors, voice actor too, Cree Summer. Very great lady. She played in if anybody know, she played in a show It's a Different World as Freddy. That's who plays this character. Love her to death. This character Belgamina is a very big help through the game, and she, like I say, at least you'll see her at least 3 times in this. You'll see her 4 times in this game. 2 of those times are very missable. This is one. If you don't explore, you'll easily miss her over here. So I'll choose to fight her.
I'll do my best.
Good. before we begin, your Aeons have been healed. You can fight with your full strength. Come.
Now, she can literally fight you. She literally heals your Aeons every time. For those of you who didn't see the way you summon Ifrit, this is how he summoned.
Show me how strong of a link you formed.
Remember, I said every Aeon has something different, so I took the liberty of getting Balfour's Overdrive. Excuse me. This can be pretty simple. These aren't the game over battles, so if you do lose, you just lose. It's nothing really. There's never nothing really big. I do recommend using Yuna a bit to power up for this battle if you want to do it. But since you have Balfour, you can use these certain abilities like Blizzard since he's weak to it. It didn't really do anything because, hey, it's only the first spell. And Balfour's magic isn't very high like this. More for evasion and just getting away from stuff. Like it says, this is where it talks about the different Aeons and all its battles. So, like, if, for instance, like this is immune to senses. This is one of the few enemies in the game that is immune to senses. I'll say there is a good amount of them. This is one. Every time you fight another Aeon, you probably won't be able to see its HP. It's damaging. You just keep hitting it with Blizzard until you feel like it. And if you want to, just energy blast it. Just know if you don't kill it, you will have a longer recovery time because overdrives sometimes do have a lower recovery time. So just like when you die in battle, you have a longer recovery time. And you can just overkill it. These battles don't matter what overkills. You can just literally just hit it with a good energy blast and you'll probably take it out. You know, you get no experience, no AP from this battle. You get no type of money from it. No items, anything. It's just literally like a contest of who's stronger. It's like, for the people who understand Pokemon, it's a Pokemon battle.
Not bad for one so young. I underestimated you. Take this.
She'll never use an Aeon you don't have.
You show promise. With more training, you could defeat Sin.
Thank you. But I think you might defeat Sin before I am able to.
I cannot.
Huh?
Or should I say, I was not able to.
You mean...
Farewell, Yuna. We'll meet again.
That kind of helps with the story and kind of explains what they mean by the end, the proverbial end. It would be nice if I could control the camera, see if that lady in the yellow was coming, but she isn't, so I don't know if I got the item from her. So, like I say, talk to everybody you come across. It may help. I did put Titus on Slayer so I can use his overdrive more. I did use it a few times in battle, so you did see one of Arn's overdrives. You saw it at the first of the game when I used the Dragon Fang. That's the only one he'll have for like quite some time because to get different overdrives, you got to do different things. For Lulu, you just learn different magic, and she'll learn that spell as an overdrive fury. Arn, you have to collect certain items. You'll get to that later. Maybe about midpoint through the main story, you'll see what I'm talking about. Titus is predicated on how many times you use his overdrive. So, like I say, bear with me. You will be able to get those abilities. So, we'll just keep moving along, and now you run into this family.
You're a summoner? Yes, My name is Yuna.
I'm Callie.
Nice to meet you, Callie.
Lady Yuna, are you going to bring us the calm?
Yes, very soon.
Yay!
We're looking forward to another calm, my Lady Summoner.
I'll do my best.
And good luck to your guardians as well.
What's the calm?
The calm is a time of peace. It comes after a summoner defeats sin and lasts until sin reappears.
Huh?
Sin dies and is reborn.
I get it! I thought it was weird. Yuna's dad defeated Sin 10 years ago, right? But Sin's still here. Didn't make much sense till now. Wait, if it just comes back...
Don't say it isn't worth it. Because it is.
Even for a little while, people can sleep in their beds without being afraid. That kind of time is worth anything. Don't say it isn't worth it. Your words that day, Yuna, I remember them well.
So you meet that one little family. One thing, see this blitz ball? Walk up to it and press X. Wham, you get to kick it. It just flies away. You can't. And then he says, hey, that was my ball. So, hey, that was my ball. You kind of kick the little kid's ball. I do it all the time just 'cause it's funny.
Oh yeah!
I don't want to be that jerk, but it is funny to watch you kick the ball and it's, hey, that's my ball. Matilda, Lulu has a ridiculously high evasion, so she's not going to get hit a lot by physical attacks that can be dodged. Yuna has a good amount of evasion. Got some spear levels. This is the most I've ever seen that enemy. Normally I don't really see him, but now since I have an empty spot, I can use the strength spear. So now Titus's strength is going to go up by 4. Every time you get one of those spears, it's always a +4. It's never a +1 or a +2. So now Titus's strength is 23, so he did just power up a lot. Excuse me. So that means his overdrive will do a ton of damage. Wow. Arn got some more HP, so he's got over 2,000. Arn will be your tank. Like I always say, if you want to survive, if you want to survive something, he is the guy that will survive an attack. He won't survive magically because he's not really good in terms of surviving magic attacks. His HP is his magic defense is terrible. Get a red ring. That will give you the fire ward ability, so that means anything fire based that Yuna, if you equip that to Yuna, anything fire based will do half its damage. Which can be really helpful depending on what you're fighting. Like I said, always run off to the sides here. You might run into a chest. I don't think there's one over here. It's not. We're almost done with the high road, so
This'll be easy!
we kill that. Lulu is a bit faster. This is what Dundara looks like.
Don't look so shocked.
Those things are magic resistant. Like I say, magic cannot miss in this game.
That's how
But
it's
it
done.
will help. It can allow a lot of enemies that are just resistant to magic. Both of those enemies were resistant to magic. Another person you can talk to. Level 1 key spear. Those are the key spears. You'll see how useful those can be sometime soon. You can use the level 1 to just like help with extra stats, or that's literally all they help with for the most part. I can get Lulu's, but I don't really care for it for the most part. It gives us some extra defense and maybe some extra HP, but I think we'll be fine. So for this, all I'm gonna do is possibly hit this thing. Can't hit it. Lulu will hit, she will hit this with fire. Like I say, magic can, if it hits Arn, magic can do a ton of damage in this game. Like, that attack is unavoidable. There's nothing you can do about it. And since I can't hit that, don't ever hesitate. If you have Slayer on, you can always use Titus's Overdrive. I typically use this strategy because this is how I can get his Overdrive meter up. So you get in the middle. When you kill someone, you kill it, you still get an Overdrive charge. 5 enemies that he kills, he'll have an instant Overdrive. Well, talk to this young lady. What does she give you? 4 antidotes. Let's say it can't be free items. And we're already almost done with this, we're already almost done with the Meehan. And I'm already over 20 minutes, so that tells you how long this part can be. There's a lot of long parts to this game. So, once again, hit it with fire. Alright, can kill that. Titus can't hit it, it's gonna get another turn. Just worry about this thing. It can cause confusion, and confusion can be a problem. Now, you can hit this thing with thunder. I mean, it doesn't make a big deal if you overkill it or not, because at this given moment, I don't really need the AP, but you can always overkill something. Yeah, like, these enemies do give a lot of good AP, so if you do want to grind here a bit, I'd say do it. This game does require a little bit of grinding, especially when you don't know what's coming, or even just to fight an enemy and be comfortable fighting them. Like that bomb there. That bomb can be a major problem. So, what we'll do is, we're gonna kill one of these flies because we want to get rid of them. One of these floating eyes, have to get rid of it. And when it comes down to it, that thing can be very irritating. So, since that's causing us a problem, we're gonna tie you. I normally don't take Titus out, but since I am trying a little different, I'll take him out of this battle. I'm gonna use her HP instead of using items to heal her, because they do a lot more damage. I'm gonna cause an attack to him because I need to weaken it up so Lulu can just finish that thing off. If you hit that bomb 3 times, it will self-destruct, which is magical damage, and it can, again, like I say, hit like a truck. That thing can kill you, especially if you're not at full health. It will kill you. And whatever hit it the 3rd time, it will die. So, like I say, let's cure Yuna. As you can see, Yuna does not have a lot of HP because she has not got an HP buff. Lulu does run out of magic pretty quickly for me, so I always try to keep others around because I'm always using a magic. Especially because I don't like to constantly switch in Waka and everybody else to constantly take out stuff. This can kind of exhaust them, but it can be done. So you just keep pushing. It's an incredible amount of battles, as you can see. You can just guard with Yuna since she doesn't really do much of anything. So again, you go for normal fire. Now let's just rinse and repeat. I'm leaving, like I said, I'm leaving these battles in just so you can see how generally easy these games can be. So I'm gonna bring Waka in this time instead of Titus. Titus is literally a guy I always use. Like, no matter what, I always use Titus. He's always a guy I never take out of the party, generally because he's normally the person I'm always trying to get his overdrive, so he's never the person I'm got rid of. Oh, learn the ability aim. What aim does, that ability literally helps you, it helps raise your accuracy. So if you want to get Titus to hit those abilities, alright, excuse me, use these abilities. You can learn Blizzara and you can learn Waterer. These are all the second spells. And is this life? Yes, it's the ability life. Life is just like a phoenix now. So once life is cast, if your party member is KO'd, it will bring somebody back to life with a bit of the HP. So it costs about 18 MP if I'm not mistaken. So you can use it if you ever need one. When you see this, I would just advise running off to the right when they pull over to the side, because if you go too far, you're still going to get pulled back, and then you're going to have that issue. Blizzard. Plus, in these inmate battles, I could probably just come up with other topics to talk about eventually. We could probably just talk about anything that may be going on. Now, you need to do 210 damage to those, and if you do 1 damage less, he will not overkill it. As you can see, like I said before, damage fluctuates. That Lucid Arm Guard will have Poison Ward on it. So, go over here and talk to Luzo and Gata.
Hey, we saw the game! You guys were great!
Congratulations, Waka.
Hey, stop loafing around.
The Lady Summoner and her guardians...
This mission requires our full attention. We've no time to waste. Understood?
Yes, ma'am. Apologies, ma'am.
Carry on.
Lucille is their leader.
See, keep your head down, say sir a lot, and you'll do fine.
Right, sir.
Hey, Yuna. Even though Yevon rejected us, we still believe in you. That won't ever change.
Thank you, Sir Luzu, Sir Gata. But, you know, it's not too late for you to go back to Besaid and...
We should be going, sir.
I find this to be pointless. The whole scene itself is pointless. Like I say, talk to everybody. You get a high potion, always good to have. High potions will be good all the way through the end of the main story. So, remember, all we got to do is hit this thing with darkness. Well, I cannot take Walk out of battle, because now, since he is asleep, not much I can do. I mean, Lulu's MP could run out. It doesn't make much of a difference because she's about to. We're about to be done with this portion, and I'll get to a save field to replenish her MP. Just know I almost rarely ever use items to replenish anything unless I have to replenish HP, because generally you're always gonna have save spears around.
We'll defeat Sin any way we can.
But Yevon's teachings say...
Enough.
I only meant to...
Are you all right?
Lady Summoner?
Yes, I am Yuna.
It is an honor, my lady. My name is Shalinda. I am a disciple of Yevon.
What was all that about? The Crusaders operation?
You mean the one Gata and Luzu were talking about?
I heard they were to use Forbidden Machina. I had to stop them.
Huh? Why?
The use of Machina is strictly forbidden by the Yevon priesthood.
That's bad, yeah?
Let them use whatever they want. They still won't defeat Sin.
But it's not about defeating Sin. The teachings of Yevon must be upheld.
Yeah, right.
But you don't understand. The Crusaders won't even listen to me. And it's all because I'm just a lowly acolyte.
Don't say that. Well, I haven't been a summoner for very long myself, you see. Still, I can't put myself down every time I fail. People are depending on me. They're depending on both of us.
Yes. Yes, you're right, my lady. Absolutely right. Thank you so much, Lady Yuna. Now, I feel I have the courage to finish my training.
Oh, that was pretty cool. So, like I told you, Arn, he doesn't really care about Yevon, as you can see, so he'll be that guy. I'm literally not going to attack with anybody because I really don't feel like dealing with these things getting bigger. So, this is
Let me
Blizzard.
break the ice.
I'll probably show you most of the magic. So, getting walk out. In fact, I'm gonna bring Yuna in a bit more. I'm gonna let her guard. That is a good way to get people in and get AP. As you can see, I don't really bring in I don't bring in Kimari much. And they just killed a party member. So, like I said, life.
Return to us.
Instead of using the Phoenix now.
This isn't like me.
That wasn't the time she actually dodged those physical attacks because she can dodge those. They just do seem like they do a lot more damage to her since the physical defense is low. I might go back and use that level 1 key sphere on her so she can get up more defense. So like I say, Blizzard can one-shot each one of these. So if you have it by this time, it'll one-shot them easy. And now Lulu has hers on Slayer. Makes it great, so now she can charge up Overdrive anytime she needs it. Even though I really don't find a point of using her Overdrive because she can't do much with it. I mean, she can, but it's like it really doesn't help a lot because like it does like a quarter of what a full spell would do. So it's like if you don't have a turbo control or a way of getting that rotation all the way up, you're not doing much damage. I should have tried to bring Kimari in, but like I say, he's a guy that's really hard. I always normally forget about him. I don't try to, but he's just hard. That's another 2 points of strength. So Titus is about 25 strength, so that he should be close to doing about 1,000 damage with each strike of it. Each strike is. He should be doing about 500 damage, 400 to 500 damage now. Grab this chest. Contains eye drops. That'll help cure darkness if needed. So about this part, yeah, as you can tell, you are about to get ready to fight a boss. This is, I will tell you, I should be able to finish this in the next 25 minutes.
But this isn't our bed shop.
Is that a problem?
They don't believe in Yevon, and in Luca they kidnapped Yuna.
Where were her guardians?
Oh.
Sir Orin's just concerned about your health.
I'm not tired one bit.
Well, I am.
See that? Now you took your little rest and took your little nap and slept. If I'm not mistaken, there is another cutscene coming.
As if I could.
Like I say, I will save it. I think there's another cutscene coming. So I might have to do the next boss battle possibility because this cutscene I think is pretty long. Like I say, these cutscenes get really ridiculous. I should be able to finish this and the next boss battle. I hope I should be able to.
That sunset was different from the one I saw in Kilika. It was quiet, almost gentle.
What you up to?
Pretty.
Sure is.
I wish I could live in a place like this. Peaceful. Living with a smile on my face every day.
You can, once you beat Sin, right?
But then, a new Sin will be born anyway.
Well, then you can just beat it again.
I wish I could.
Hey, you can. Trust me. You are the best summoner out there. Yuna, why does Sin always come back?
Sin is our punishment for our vanity. And it will not go away until we've atoned.
How do we do that? What did we do that was so bad in the first place? Ah. Was it using lots of Machina or something? Oh. Wait, was that such a bad thing, really?
It's funny. Ever since I was young, I never questioned it. But now that you ask me if it is that bad or not, I don't know. There are so many things I don't know.
Well, then we're the same. Oh, such thinking is very unbecoming of a summoner. Sound like Micah?
That's not very nice, you know.
You know, during a game, you have to think of Blitz and nothing else, you know?
Okay.
You can't think, that's a cute girl on the fifth seat from the right. And you can't be thinking about where you're gonna go on that date, because the minute you do, that's when you lose. You see, Yuna, what I mean is, you really shouldn't worry, you know? After we beat Sin, that's when you can worry about the future.
I guess.
But Yuna, how are you supposed to beat something big like that?
The final summoning. It's the only way to defeat Sin. The only way. With it, we can call the final Aeon. That's the goal of the pilgrimage. The faith of the final summoning lies waiting in the far north to greet summoners that complete their pilgrimage. At the world's edge in Xanarkand.
In Xanarkand?
She means the ruins of a city destroyed 1,000 years ago.
You sure it's ruins?
That's what I've heard.
You'll see it for yourself, soon enough. Yuna, come back inside.
Like I say, Arn is their father, and Titus is literally like the boneheaded little brother who's stir up all the trouble.
You will go with us to Xanarkand?
Yeah, I'll go. I'll go to Xanarkand to see it with my own eyes.
And you'll eventually see why she always says what she says about the end. For those who don't know the story of Final Fantasy X.
I knew it couldn't be my Xanarkand, but I had to make sure.
And and Titus is snoring again like normal. So. Now, if you save it, I always save it after a long cutscene because you may have to reset for this next boss battle if you want to beat it and take its AP. If you try to leave, he gives you a level 1 key sphere, always pretty good to use. No, I don't need to know how to use it. I know how to use those key spheres already. When I get into, I'll use it. I'll show you. Oh, I missed this in one of those videos, but if you see one of these, you can always compile a sphere. So that means if I can compile a sphere, I can always do this. So don't synthesize some other data. Compile a dictionary. So now what'll happen is, what I just did there is I used, this will take all the Albed primers you have from another game. So let's say you have all 26 primers in one game. You can already pull this over. You can literally do this as early as when you go into that unknown world in the video that I missed out on because I thought it was recording. So if you do that, you can literally understand all Albed from the start. Pretty simple. So if you play through it once, if you decide to play through it a second time, you don't have to find everyone over again. You could just compile a dictionary over to this one. I do have a few of them in my other file. I don't think I have all of them, but that generally is a thing. So if you try to leave out.
Pinter, sir.
Sorry?
Forgive me, sir. I meant to say pardon me, but it came out in Albed.
Oh, you're an Albed.
I am Rin, owner of this establishment. Hela du Sadwi.
Huh?
It means nice to meet you.
Ah, well, Heli du Sadwi to you too.
If you are interested, Albed primers can be found all over Spira. Finding them and learning our language might be fun. Here, let me give you one in commemoration of our meeting. Although you might want to be careful where you speak our language.
Yeah, I hear Albed aren't liked much. Oh, sorry.
Adeki Krisa.
Someone help!
That's our cue.
Huh?
Okay, so then
Thank you for your help. Please, use this.
he gives you 2 mega potions. Those will heal everybody in your party by 2,000. That is a really good item to have. There is even something in the game that can make those even better. I will show those a bit later. So like I said, let's move it along. Let's go out here. Well, let's see. In fact, I'm gonna move my party around a little bit. Normally what I tend to do is my final party I won't have in. The final party I'll normally have them in somewhere else. So you can do this a multitude of ways. You have a few different enemies that might be useful. So I'm probably gonna put Yuna in first because I really don't need Yuna in this battle because I don't really use my Aeons unless you want to use them. That's completely up to you. Lulu can do this.
To the Chocobo Corral.
Lulu can do this on her own with Fyra. I'll show you why. So all you do is just run out and you run towards the arrow. This is the Chocobo Eater. It has about 10,000 health, if I'm not mistaken. Or somewhere close. When I first fought this thing did beat me. So, think about how this battle works. As like I told you, the first thing you want to do is really you can just guard with her. You don't have to do much. Attack it. Like I say, he's got 10,000 health and he's weak to fire. That's why I told you you really need that to help. So when I switch out, we're gonna get this going early. Watch how much damage this can do. Knocks it down automatically. Now he's just starting swapping people out for. So what you don't want to do in this battle is you do not want to actually cast haste. There's a reason why. Because actually this thing can knock you off. So let's say for instance, I didn't want to attack with her. Like I said, if you're not that strong and you do want to dodge this attack, he is vulnerable to darkness, as you can see on the top. So he can dodge it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit it with this. So what I don't want to do is I'm going to keep guard because I don't want to knock this thing off. I want to overkill it, and I can't overkill it. So what you want to do is you do this, you do this. You just keep guarding until he till he gets his turn. There's a certain attack I'm waiting for him to do. There it is. Bam. So now he knocks you back into the middle. If he hits you with that attack when you're weaker and you don't cause enough damage to him, he can knock you off of that edge. Now, it can have its perks, but you generally don't want that to happen. You do want to beat this thing, so bam, he should. Okay. So, since I have not showed Waka's Overdrive, I think I'm going to use it here, and I'm going to show you exactly what he does. Or at least his first. All his Overdrives, you have to play Blitzball in order to get them. I will explain that later, how to get them, but you do. So this is Elemental Reels. So generally what you wanted to try to get, I got ice. I wanted fire, but I got ice. I messed it up, so now he'll get ice on it. Because I hit 2. If you hit 3, he'll hit everybody. That's perfect, and it'll do a ton of damage. If I had hit fire, it probably would have been a lot better, but I don't really use it much. I typically use another attack, another one of his overdrives that I'll show you later. It's like really broken and makes the game really busted. So you hit it with another fire. That'll push it back some more. That'll let him get back on his feet. Now you rinse and repeat. Like I say, Lulu can do this all day long. In fact, if I wanted to, I can do this with Yuna. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to cure up. I'm going to cure him up. I'm going to whack him again. He missed. So, I'm going to hit him with a regular fire. Still hits him for that. So I did take the liberty of getting inference for Overdrive. Forgot I even have it. So, like I say, always use an Overdrive. It's almost always a guaranteed overkill. Aeons, you can literally cheese the game just by using Aeons all the time. They can be the giant meat seals or lightsabers. However you use them. I typically don't use them much because unless on the only early game until I can really get set up. But for the most part, I'm always going to use them. He is still one of my favorite Aeons because he is just like a giant hell beast and it's like really cool. He has a lot of different abilities. He has Meteor Strike that damages one enemy, non-elemental. He has regular attack. He has black magic. He only has fire. The white magic he has is Null Blaze and Null Frost, so he can null it. Remember the null abilities. He can't stop ice attacks from hitting himself. Of course, he has normal shield boost and dismiss, but we're gonna go to Hellfire. This is his Overdrive. This is fire-based damage. Overkill that did almost half its health, literally. So I didn't really get anything for it, but it's always good to have a little more.
Have you an interest in renting some chocobos? As a token of our gratitude, the first time is free of charge. Please, ask the attendant if you wish to rent.
Thank you so much for saving the chocobos.
That thing really does eat chocobos. So, like I say, that was at least halfway. This is just about the end of the Meehan. Very cool. So you do get a free first ride of a chocobo. I don't typically need it, but you can come back and always have that free time. They normally charge about 1,000. So that was really one of those things that's like, it's just kind of free. So save it again. So this is almost a great time. I don't have much time left to record, so I do want to say I do appreciate anybody who's watching these videos. This is my first Let's Play. It's like I got a little more comfortable as it went on, as it goes on. I'm like really enjoying this and sharing my knowledge of this game and how easy it can be, because some people really struggle with this game like I did when I first got it. As like I said, I just want people to really see this game isn't as hard. You can easily take this thing and you can easily just, you know, as long as you know what's coming and what to expect, this game is pretty simple, because I literally torched this game after playing it. I've set up when I was like 16. I would get up and just go literally like the whole day without eating, because I'm just in here playing Final Fantasy X, going between this, going between Blitzball, just like having so much fun with this game, like literally. I think I got up one day in the summer, I was playing this game by myself, like literally I just sat in the front room and played this game for like, I didn't eat till like 4 o'clock, and I got up at like maybe like 7 o'clock. I did not eat anything for like almost 8 or 9 hours. Great time, like I say. So this is a great time to end this video. So this is James the Show signing off. I'll be back with another video.